Hello everyone and welcome back to my playthrough of Banished. In the last one we got the schoolhouse up and running and we just built some more houses, got another storage barn because we were running out of room. But in this episode we're going to get the trading post up and running and hopefully start trading and then start expanding out this way as well. But yeah, let's get right to it. Boom. You know what? Let's just increase that for now, because we can honestly use the tools as part of our trading. But I do want this firewood to start going up more, just because firewood's good for trading. But yeah, I mostly want to come over here just to get all this stone, obviously harvest the trees and whatnot, but I think over here, once we get some seeds, we can turn this area into farmland. Over here, we're going to have the marketplace, chapel, some other buildings, but that's all in the future. Going to be a little bit of ways from that yet, but that's okay. Harvesting a lot of wood, but we're using a lot of wood. That's okay. But honestly, let's just go ahead, get that crafting. Doesn't have to be insanely quick, but getting it going will be good. And then also let's get a bridge to here going. And if we do this, let's do an 8x5. Cool. But this will take secondary priority to this. We'll just increase that priority just a tad. Awesome. Okay. Wood should be getting delivered, I assume? Yeah, that's why we're running out. Okay, cool. But tons of food, which is awesome. Means nobody's hungry. Hungry civilization is a dead civilization, as we experienced earlier in this series. We had 3 people die due to starvation. Not good. Yeah. Well, that's okay. Pause that for now, just so that we make sure all of the extra wood's getting put to here. And then what we will probably do is put almost all of our extra. Let's just do 200 rather than 250. 200 is a good number. But we have a good chunk of iron, a whole bunch of stuff they can harvest over there. It's a little bit far away from now, so they're probably not doing anything. Okay, so it has all the wood. Awesome. Now I just gotta bring the stone and whatnot. Harvest that. And then once we get this built up, I can have them harvest all of that. Bring the stone, my minions. Work quicker. Chop chop. stone too. Because then what we likely will end up doing is we can have a second forester lodge right up here. Overlap with them, but that's okay. Alrighty. Jeez. Producing lots of food now. It's good, we want the buffer. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and put 2,000 fish in there. Let's do 200 firewood and 100 iron tools. Drop that down to 2. Alright. And so, person who's working here will go out, gather all the resources, and stock them in here. Exactly what they're doing, which is exactly what I want. What do I want to put over here? Let's do that. We're gonna have to wait for them to clear out over there, but that's fine. High speed gameplay. Oh boy. But yeah, so only downside to initially, but there we go. So we should have our first graduated student who's now an adult. Awesome. Let's go ahead and just check job paths again. Okay, cool. So these houses are all being used for that. Okay. Can't put a house there, sadly. Well, I could if I get rid of that road, but first things first, I just want them to build this. Once they build that, then we're good to go. Oh, they are harvesting stuff over there. Perfect. Harvest the stone that's up there while they're at it. Actually, you know what? Cancel those removal. Cool. And cancel the removal all down here. Because once this is built, I want them to only focus on this. Awesome. Awesome. So this is now built. Perfect. Let's drop that to 1. And they get to work on clearing all this out. And then building the next hut. Which means we are going to want a storage barn there. And then also a home. So actually let's increase that to 3. 3 and 3. Since we just had a few more people graduate. And also let's do 100 venison, because venison sells for a pretty good amount as well. But don't want to get too many projects on the go before they catch up. Alright. Food's starting to drop just a little bit, but that might have just been because I put, 2,000 food in there. So that's alright. Boom. Cancel that house. Put it over here so they're closer. And eventually the first mine will go there. And where do we want our first quarry? Might put it up over there. We'll see. But for the time being, we have more than enough extra resources, so we will be good for now. Let's do 4 and 4. Awesome. Let's actually do 2 houses, and then we can have the hunters working there, no issues. But yeah, so not in the first year that we built it, but hopefully in the next year we should have our first trader come by. And hopefully we can trade him for some delicious seeds. Well, the seeds themselves aren't that great, but the things you can make with the seeds, those are good. Boom. And we'll probably have another storage shed get put up right there. So there we go. Well, they are making very quick work of the excavating I asked for. Let's maybe expand it a little bit, shall we? There. Oh, and there we go. So we have our first merchant. Alright, what is he trading? Chickens. Well, that's not what I was expecting, but we do 100, we can get 2 chickens. What about another, not 1,000, 100 of that. 3 chickens? You know what? Let's do it. So now we have 3 chickens. Let's build Actually, you know what? We can put it right up here. Let us put the max size pasture, which is 20 by 20, right there. And then now we'll have 3 hunters and we will have someone to harvest chickens very soon. So let's just increase that. And we don't really want more chickens, but let's see what we can order. Order some sheep just once and dismiss. Okay. And how is inventory? So we are all caught up. Let's actually do 300. What we should also probably do is get another woodcutter going. Want to kind of have it close to there so they don't have far to go, so let's put that right there. Alright. And then once drop that down and we'll do 6 hunters. Awesome. Cool. No, that takes 3. Alrighty then. But what we can do is put that up to 800 and get one more person working. Drop that back down to 2. There you go. And we have quite the stockpile of leather built up, or just textiles is what that stands for. But should actually go like this. Put the tailor right there. Boom. Perfect. And so now that should be hunters. Cool. Get 3 of them going. Slightly increase that priority. And then for removal, let's just remove all of that. And for here, we will remove the stone for now. And we'll remove that stone too. Perfect. Lots of laborers. And if we go here, so leather, which is all that we have for now, so let's get them going, and we will do 100, not 1,000, but let's just do 100. And so now they should start having nicer clothes again. And the nice thing about full-size pastures is you only need one person to basically maintain it. So we go chickens, 1, drop that to 1. Perfect. So now okay. So let's actually drop the speed a little bit, because right now we have people not working. So what I'm going to do now is let's, as I said, set up that second forester hut. We'll put it right up there. Do 2 homes. And then a stockpile. Go right like that. Connect it right there. Boom. Let's do 4. 4 and 4. And just gather all that. Have a lot of laborers right now, so they can kind of just focus on getting the job done. Okay, so gather that stone, any stone up there, and any iron up here. Okay. Make sure they get that too. Boom! Awesome. Let's get that up to 1,000 actually, and let's put this up to 400. And slowly they will start to get more chickens. They should start hunting more. Awesome. And we should have clothes being made. Good. Good, good, good. Good things all around. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, we are running low on iron. Let's see if they'll gather all that. And that as well. Anything else that I'd want over here? Not really, not yet at least. How much food are we getting from this? Well over 2,000 a year. That's good. Perfecto Mungo. How are things going here? That's already cleared and being made, and then those... Awesome. Well, with that, we are probably going to end this episode. Got our first merchant to arrive, in which we bought some chickens, which they are now being pastured by who's our friendly pasture? Our herdsman's Merely. Thank you, Merely. And then we expanded out this way, but yeah. And we also got our first tailor up, so that's good. But we're gonna work on expanding more so we have better log production and just keep trading, start getting more resources, and keep going from there. But if you guys are enjoying this series so far, drop a like, hit subscribe, and keep coming back to see more. Thank you very much, and I will see all you in the next one. Goodbye.